Well, hi, Leo. Today we're going to look at October 7th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Aries. And if this reading inspires you today, please subscribe and like and comment below and tell me your favorite autumn traditions. And I love reading your comments, so keep them coming. So let's start with numerology for that day. And the number is the number 8, and it vibrates with themes of mastery, resilience, and karmic responsibility. It's the infinite loop. Shows cycles of power, rise and fall, give and take. So for Leo, this number asks you to align your fire and charisma with discipline and long-term integrity. It reminds you that influence is not about force, but about balanced power. So you may feel pulled to assert yourself more strongly in work or relationships. And the number 8 urges you to ask, am I doing this to prove myself or to build something lasting? Your strength isn't in overpowering, but in standing firmly in who you are. Now let's look at astrology. And come here, the full moon. It illuminates your 9th house of expansion, wisdom, and higher perspective. It emphasizes big picture thinking, travel, study, or your belief systems. So let's also look at the sun. And the sun is in Libra, that's your 3rd house, and that talks about communication and learning. And that's opposite the moon in Aries, your 9th house, expansion and philosophy. So the balance between everyday conversation and larger truth is highlighted. So you may realize that small disagreements in your daily life reflect a bigger belief about how you see the world, prompting a shift in perspective. Now, Mercury. Mercury, it's in Libra, your 3rd house. It talks about dialogue and learning. So words carry weight now, especially in one-on-one discussions. So a debate with a friend or a sibling may spark an aha moment about your values or your worldview. Venus. Venus is in Virgo, your 2nd house, talks about money and security and self-worth. So Venus anchors you in practical matters of worth. So this influence stabilizes your sense of value, reminding you that confidence grows from inner security. So you may decide to invest in learning something that strengthens your long-term stability, like a course or a financial step. And here's Mars. Mars is in Cancer, your 12th house. That talks about subconscious and hidden drives. So Mars fuels hidden motivations and suppressed energy. So anger or passion may surface unexpectedly. So you might suddenly realize you've been bottling resentment and choose to release it in a more constructive way. Hopefully. Think about it. So let's talk about the tarot cards. And the first one is the 2 of Cups. And that's supposed to be reversed. That's how it came out, reversed. So when it's reversed, how it came out, it talks about disharmony and misalignment and tension in partnership. So the 2 of Cups reversed suggests imbalance in partnerships where equality and mutual respect or understanding may be lacking. So you may notice strain with a partner or friend or a colleague where once there was harmony. So miscommunication or unequal effort could be the root cause. Here's your advice. Don't ignore the disharmony. Acknowledge where balance has slipped and address it directly. Reconnection requires honesty. The Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about tradition and structure and guidance. So the Hierophant represents tradition, authority, and the wisdom passed down through institutions or mentors. It suggests learning from established systems while discerning which truths resonate with you. So you may feel pulled to seek guidance from a teacher, an advisor, or a spiritual practice. At the same time, you may question whether those traditions truly align with your individuality. So here's your advice. Respect tradition, but don't blindly follow. take what nourishes your spirit and release what feels restrictive. Then the Seven of Wands came out, and the Seven of Wands talks about defense, perseverance, and standing firm. So the Seven of Wands shows you in a position where you must defend your stance. It's not an easy place, but it's one of growth and courage. So you may face opposition in work or your personal life where others question your choices. The card reminds you that challenges are not a sign of failure, but proof that you're standing for something that matters. Here's your advice. Hold your ground with dignity. You don't need to fight everyone. You only need to stay aligned with your truth. Powerful, powerful cards. So, how this day affects Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, Leo, Sun. Your attention is drawn to growth through challenge. Disharmony in relationships may highlight where stronger boundaries or deeper honesty is needed. So you may confront a mentor or a boss or a partner about mismatched values, leading to clarity. Leo Moon. Emotionally, you may feel the strain of defending your perspective. Yet this is a chance to affirm your self-worth. So old patterns of seeking approval may surface, giving you the opportunity to release them and trust your inner authority. And Leo Rising. Outwardly, you project resilience and confidence, even if behind the scenes you feel tested. Others may see you as standing taller through difficulty. So you may be challenged in a group setting, but your calm, steady response inspires respect. So here's the summary of what this day means to you, Leo. So this full moon in Aries highlights your beliefs, your relationships, and your courage. And the Two of Cups reversed brings attention to disharmony that needs healing. The Hierophant, power flicker, had to restart everything. So let me get back to the Hierophant. So the Hierophant grounds you in tradition and wisdom, and the Seven of Wands shows you rising to defend your truth. So together these energies call you to balance your fire with wisdom and your relationships with integrity. So here's the real life takeaway. Address disharmony honestly instead of ignoring it. Draw on wisdom and tradition, but don't let it stifle your individuality. And then everybody comes through the door. Okay. And then, so the third thing was hold firm to your convictions with grace and courage. So here's the advice for Leo on this day. So this full moon asks you to face imbalance with courage, honor wisdom without losing authenticity, and defend your ground when challenged. Your fire shines brightest when it burns steady, not in overwhelm, but to illuminate. Woo! All right, Leo. Sorry there were so many disruptions, but we got through it. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in your next reading.